that. I don't like the name of that. I think I know what they're going to talk about here. That concludes the briefing session. Until the current situation comes to an end, we will continue reconnaissance and stay concealed in each area of Tokyo. As of now, the Akasaka agents are dissolved. We will wait for new orders from whoever takes over. Yes, boss. Good. Now scatter! Orders from the higher-ups always make my life harder. They just do whatever they want. Can't have them thinking I can follow orders at the drop of a hat. I got my own subordinates to worry about too. Still, I can't exactly say no if I want them all fed. That's the problem with running this kind of operation. Well, technically you're working freelance right now, but... What will you do, Tadatomo? Will you head out somewhere? As if I have a choice. I work for coin, I spy for coin. Such is the life of the lone ninja. I have no other path to take. Oh, so you're not at all interested in that master of yours? You know, I never thought I'd see the day when someone would catch the eye of Mr. Coin for Brains Tadatomo. Come on, Tadatomo. It's like I'm talking to myself here. Oh, whatever. Completely unrelated, I got a request asking for a bodyguard for the guild master of the summoners. The summoners? The summoners? Unfortunately, I don't have any pawns on hand that can afford to move right now. Oh man, what to do? I only know where someone I could ask. Hello? Yes, he's on the move. If I'm not mistaken, This should smooth over our past oversight. Yep, gotcha. Bye then. I see. Thank you for accepting my request. The secure line will be abandoned as planned. Greetings, Milzirlit. Please help yourself to some tea. Ah, Milazine. Thank you. The tea is excellent. I do appreciate Ophion setting up a secret line of communication. His penchant for clandestine operations is certainly useful. You mobilized the agents to serve as bodyguards for Brandon, yes? Yes, it'd be good if we could be of some assistance to our friends. I am somewhat baffled by the current situation. It's difficult to ascertain what exactly the Otemachi Guild's goal. I cannot figure out their reasoning, but they must be going after Brandon. Uh-huh. Go on. It'd be better if you tried to state the problem. Certainly. From my point of view, there's no consistency in the Otemachi Guild's strategy. As soon as we think they will try to lure in Brandon, they suddenly change their plan and unabashedly provoke others. Then, instead of harming him, they try to capture all his allies. As far as I can tell, they seem to be changing their goals back and forth. Just what in the world do they want to achieve? Before we can answer that question, Milazine, mustn't we first assess the current situation? Yes, we should. Let us begin with the present state of the Roppongi Guild. Most of the forces at our guild's headquarters, including Ophion's servants, have been destroyed. We also have Lucifuge's troops, who have been mobilized to assist Brandon. We lost contact with both Hakumen's attendants. Oh, jeez. If the rumors are true, Azathoth has the power to fling all this world's inhabitants into another place. Azathoth's rule encompasses such a vast area that it is capable of skipping across space itself. Some say it is capable of existing anywhere, in any world. Even more terrifying is the depiction of the world's destruction. It would be pure folly to march upon such an enemy. we would surely be finished off in one fell swoop. I do wonder, how could they have perceived Lucifuge and Hawkman's forces? Spies and traitors, perhaps? That is difficult to believe, however. Thanks to the sacred artifacts in their possession, their forces should swear complete loyalty to them. Then how? Precisely, Milazine. Therein lies the very answer to your question. What exactly do you mean? Go back to the foundation of the Av. What are special privileges afforded to the guilds in possession of a portal? Guilds in possession of a portal can detect when members of other guilds intrude upon their domain. What? The Otemachi guild uses that ability not to fight other guilds, but to watch over their actions. However, their main force, the Shadows, have poor judgment skills. If they were to take back the portal, they would need a proper number of troops to control and manage it. Management? Control. None of that is necessary, Milazine. Both the present situation and the nature of Azathoth's rule make it possible to ignore such things. They will take the portals that are essential for those heading towards Otemachi. Then they will simply leave them as they are. That alone would be enough. There aren't many who would have the initiative to take over the other portals in this chaotic situation. It would be impossible to know if the enemy portals were being safeguarded without sparing some resources for scouting. As a result, the other guilds would not be able to attack so easily. Even if the portals they collected were to be seized, they wouldn't be dealt a severe blow. It would be meaningless for the other guilds to take over portals in distant areas. They would have to pass through another guild's territory before they could reach them anyway. However, with Azathoth on hand, for the Otemachi guild, that direct travel is unnecessary. I imagine simply having portals in a variety of areas would be enough for them. That's what we predicted, so we avoided areas around high-risk portals before finally arriving at the safe ones. Lucifuge's troops acted as a smokescreen. Therefore, we remained hidden without anyone becoming aware of us. I always admire your wisdom, Monsieur Licht. Spare the flattery. I am merely a conspirator who has no talent but to move stealthily until arriving at a tiny hideout. So what will unfold next? We must take some time to consider what the Otemachi Guild is planning. It is evident they don't wish for a straightforward massacre, and the current state of affairs supports that assessment. If Azathoth possesses a rule capable of defeats rumored, it would be better if he simply blew all her enemies away into space. Should our friend interfere, then Azathoth can take him out with his rule. But if he's not doing that, then maybe that's not their main objective. Judging by our current situation, it doesn't seem that they're trying to cause excessive casualties. However, there's no guarantee that it'll be that way until the very end. Instead, it's happening as a result of... Never mind. Let's put an end to this conjecture. For now, we need to ensure the safety of my dear friend Brandon. If we look at the uproar in Ikebukuro the other day and how it played out, there's no doubt that the Otemachi Guild has found some value in Brandon. There's still insufficient evidence, but I assume the Otemachi Guild's objectives goes beyond cornering Brandon. Don't lose, my friend. Milazine, I'll head out now to commence my operation. Will you accompany me? Of course, Monsieur Licht. I have devoted my life to you. You will join up and support Brandon? No, our role here is that of agitators, and so that is how we shall fight. It would be better to leave the actual fighting up to those who can act as vanguards. Let's contact the Ikebukuro Guildmaster. Off we go, Milazine. Right, let us depart. Yes, I see. Very good. It looks like I've got my evidence. In that case, Yes, this was developed by my brother. There's no mistaking it. Yes, this is the work of... It reflects perfectly. The one who took my brother must be from the east. I hate these blanks. I apologize. I was wholly absorbed in my contemplations. Please don't mind me. Under this skin of ours, humans and transients are all the same. We are all beasts. At any rate, I have decided on a course of action. Will you stay by my side, Shiro Motori? If he doesn't have Shiro, then... Kingo, Ryota, Toji. Who else is in our group? Kingo, Ryota, Toji, Hanuman. Of course, that's precisely why I'm here. That is good to hear. However, I can't believe you were able to find and get in contact with me all on your own. You were able to avoid the search parties of Otemachi using nothing but your own intellect and without the help of the app. I'm very impressed. That said, your recent experience dodging the mental corruption inflicted through the app may be partially responsible for this proficiency. You are correct, Shuichi. That incident put a massive burden on my friends. I cannot use the app until I know such a thing will never happen again. I must not use Nyarlathotep's rule carelessly. As a result, you are able to discern that which only you are capable of doing. Thus you got in touch with me. I understand now. At any rate, there is no mistaking that you have come here as a solo agent without contacting your allies. I am more impressed with you. I wish I could commend you further. I could say the same to you, Shuichi. You've done well staying safe. That is because I have something on the line that outweighs even my own life. I must protect it. I would say that you have quite good timing, actually. I was about to go exchange valuable information. I was thinking that I could use your assistance from here. The memories that you have gained are key to obtaining vital information from my targets. I like to think that you would not refuse. Our goals are one and the same. Otemachi's plan. I must know what lies behind it. I need to know for everyone's sake. I will do whatever it takes to get my hands on that information. Just as I had hoped. Very well, shall we go then? Let us see why this war started in the first place. Our destination? Title Ward. The full truth awaits you. I hope you will not be devastated by what you learn. This way. This way, my true Sworn Master. They've got nice digs, I'll give them that. At least compared to that rundown old hovel we got. They're totally rolling in it. We're killing the share. You're bleeding, Brandon. That looks painful. Give me a moment. I'll treat it. I'm fine. Help the others first. You would put others before your noble self? I understand. I will attend to them right away. You're called Tadatomo? I thank you for your assistance earlier. My name is Moritaka Shino Inazuka. Who is this, Brandon? No time for... I'm not playing around right now. Everybody's in trouble. This is Moritaka, my friend. Is that so? Nice to meet you, Moritaka. Tadatomo, was it? It's been a while. Well, that's unexpected. I caught this puff sniffing around Kabukicho a while back. I was only looking for some information. I just gave him a little love tap. Let's leave it at that. You certainly didn't leave it at that back then, calling me out to lecture me every day. Then the training. I wasn't aware the two of you knew each other. How did that happen? What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Speak! You really are just as crass and unreasonable as my father. I apologize. That was uncalled for. I was contracted by a client to act as a bodyguard for their friend Brandon. I have decided to one day revere him as my master. Brandon, that is. One day? Do you not already? For now, I must focus on avenging my father. I am acting as a ninja to gather funding. One day, however, when I have achieved that goal, my greatest desire is... I desire to serve my future master, Brandon. I see that your circumstances are also rather complicated. Though, is it safe to assume you are on our side for now? Oh, marvelous! Does that not reassure you? Does that not reassure you we will find Ryota and the others, Brandon? Are you fit to carry the responsibilities of a bodyguard after that pathetic show earlier? What do you mean by that? I'll tell you what I think from observing your fighting, reconnaissance, and surveillance until we reach this hideout. You rely too much on your firefly jutsu, and your sword skills are a mess. You are a novice who is lost in his hesitation between achieving vengeance and serving his master. What are you... I cannot really refute that. I understand your dilemma, Tadatomo. You are told horrible things and yet you feel unable to bite back. Okay, I think that's enough. My apologies. Anything you wish, Brandon. I know it is not my place to say, but you really do treat us differently. On another note, what's this? Oh, I almost forgot. My once and future master. I have a note from you from my friend. I forgot he was in this game. This could only be from Shiro. Oh, good. Then good. He's safe. Then the 4 hostages are... He's avoiding using the app, which means that Tokyo, being the way it is right now, there's no way to get a hold of him. I asked if I should accompany him, but he said it was unnecessary. He did say he'd come back to you, though. If he says he's okay, I trust him. I guess there's nothing to do but wait. We've got plenty to deal with ourselves, as you say. Now that things have calmed down, let's have a chat about our plans. You're gonna head to Otemachi, Brandon? Of course. We'll get everyone out. I won't let them get away with this. Good. Glad to know you psyched yourself up for it. Shino, you go with them. That's why you're here, right? As long as I have his permission, I do wish to serve you, Brandon. I would be honored. I give you my greatest thanks. I shall serve you with my life. I shall continue to aid you. I shall not abandon my friends in their time of need. Big words for a little pup. Big words for a little pup. Worry about your own neck first. You don't need to tell me to protect myself. As a bonus, I'll go with you. I gotta make sure that Fujimi Academy pay for everything they've done. Besides, I don't like the idea of owing you one. It doesn't sit right. Thanks, Suzuka. Save the thanks for when it's over. Which leaves... Marchosias. What are you planning to do? You got something else to do. You you got something else to do the east, right?
Correct. Unfortunately, this child and I must part ways with you. However, we will be going in the same direction for a while. Allow us to accompany you until then. Better strike those wings while I can. Are you really that taken with my feathers?
What's wrong, Marchosias? Look like something's on your mind.
I will not be returning to Kabukicho. I will no longer cause trouble for the guild. That is what I had thought until very recently.
Huh? What do you mean? Did you change your mind?
It was what came up in the conversation with that Babylon woman of a hideout and the experiments on students. They match up with the clues I have of the ones following me, enemies of my summoner. They conform to the one who summoned me, a beastly knight at the wishes of this child's father, and the clues left behind by the deceased. So that's why this kid's with you. Suzuka, I believe our paths may cross again.
Marchosias, I hadn't planned on asking where you were going, but now that I've heard that, the fact that you're speaking up after staying quiet about it for so long, does that mean what I think it means?
I'm headed to Ueno, in Taito Ward. I plan to visit the portal of the Ueno beast tamers that live within the research laboratories of Ueno Academy. I know of those guys. Those... I don't know how... I don't know what their stand is, though. But I think they're neutral. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of talk before we get to the actions. However, That's his power? That's frightening. Phew. I'm getting too soft. This is all just so horrible. Ah! Leib! I finally found you! I've been looking for you! What's the matter, Q-Sith? You look out of breath. What do you mean, what's the matter? Just look outside! I've been on the run making sure nobody found me! It was horrible! You can't just go running off by yourself, you know. I'm supposed to be your bodyguard! Especially now, at a time like this, when things are so bad outside. I mean, it's really horrible out there. I'm sorry. I came to get some paperwork and got caught up reading. Leib, are you okay? You're making a strange face. What are you holding? Are those papers? Those the papers you came to get? Oh yeah. It's nothing that concerns you. I need to ask though, why were you looking for me? It's not like there were orders to evacuate or anything. Some guest came to see you. Fenrir is holding them up at the lab entrance right now, but with things this crazy outside, I'm not sure if we should let them through. They said they came to discuss some things regarding Fujimi Academy. Is that so? They must be the guest I've been waiting for. Tell Fenrir to let them in. You mean you know them? Alright, I'll go tell Fenrir to let them through. Oh, and don't go anywhere until I'm back, okay? Alright, I'll stay right here. When I was young, I was truly happy. I was truly happy.
I appreciate your work, Surtur, but aren't you pushing yourself a little too hard? How about you get some rest?
Forgive me, Father. I've made everyone worry. My beloved child of Musebell, you need not push yourself so hard. Thanks for worrying about me, but I'm fine. I just had a moment of weakness. I'm okay now, really.
I apologize, Ark, my sweet child. Was what I requested of you too much to bear? I forced you into harming those who did not resist themselves.
Mother, I do not wish for you to say such things. I decided to do this for myself, after all. I alone must bear the burdens born of my decisions. Even still, I had not prepared myself. That is all. You speak true, my child of Musebell. My pride as a warrior, it is preferable for you to always show your fiery spirit. Yes, Father. We will put an end to this cycle of the world's demise. We owe it to the other children of Musebell who fell in battle before us.
Why so serious, everyone? It's just a game, so you all should just play it for fun.
Azathoth.
If it doesn't work out, then we'll just do it again. All you have to do is try something. And if it doesn't work, just smash the reset button.
You're right. Thanks for the encouragement.
Azathoth?
Mother, the job you asked me to take care of is finished.
Huh? Ah, welcome back, Kirito.
I saw you frowning. Is something causing you trouble? Want me to go stab him?
No, I was just thinking.
If you say so.
I apologize. Ark and Kirito, my innocent children. Ark, my sweet, pitiful child who was abandoned by the world and deprived of happiness. Kirito, my sweet, pitiful child who was living destitute and alone. And my third child, whose current happiness is destined to be stripped away with such cruelty. My sweet Brandon.
Fuck you.
Well, there are not just those three. There are a great number of pitiful children in Tokyo who are deserving of my love. I want to watch over them and give them my love. I mean that truly. I really do desire to do so, and yet there could be no substitute for the child who once grew in her womb.
Oh.
Yes, I see it now. Even so, I cannot cast aside my revenge. Alright, we'll head out after a night's rest. We won't recover from our injuries or replenish energy anymore like we would have after an app battle ended. No one can blame us for resting up, especially with all these plush couches and beds lying around. Can't fight a war without rest. Got it, Runtz?
Let's hit the hay.
I wish I could say we don't have the time to relax, but it has been a long time since I've been able to rest.
I'd forge on, but I'm so asleep. Something seems off.
Can you not sleep, Brandon?
I'm too worried to sleep.
I understand. I keep thinking of Kengo, Ryota, Toji, Ottoman, and our teachers too. I hope everyone is alright. It seems like so long ago we were all attending school together. I finally come to realize that those peaceful days are over. I should have known this would happen. Why didn't I work harder to become stronger? How foolish of me. Did I learn nothing in that homeworld of mine? How can I grow stronger when I keep repeating the same mistakes?
What happened to your homeworld? Has this happened to you before? Talk to me, Moritaka.
I thought it would be a very captivating story. As long as we cannot sleep, it might help us pass the time. I began my life in a place removed from this Tokyo, in a world known as the Land of Wa. My mother and father, who worked in the house of the shogun, raised me alongside the one who was nearly my sibling. In those days, I was ignorant but happy.
Those days, did something happen?
It wasn't a rare occurrence in our world for there to be feuds between families. First my mother, then my father, then my betrothed, Hamachi. All my family were snuffed out one by one.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
Oh, don't worry. Life and death are a bit closer to each other in my homeworld than they are here. Death was always common for us. Even so, it was vexing. I wanted to grow stronger. I thought if I got strong enough, I would never have to lose anything again. I answered the summons to this Tokyo so that I might experience other worlds in my search for strength. I wanted to gain the strength that could have saved my father, my mother, and my betrothed. Oh, this again?
I feel like I've seen that before.
This? It's a strange orb I retrieved from the body of Yoshiro, who lived with me.
Yoshiro? Who's that?
Yoshiro was a dog my mother took in, who was raised alongside me like a sibling. He lost his life along with the rest of my family as a result of my weakness.
Seems like you were close.
Yoshiro was no Canisterian like me, but a dog without powers of speech. Yet somehow, my young self had determined that he was akin to a sibling. Though really, he was more of a second father in my eyes. Strange, is it not, to find family in a mere beast? Regardless, this orb is a treasure he left me. At some point, I noticed at times when I was worn down and injured, it would shine as if to encourage me. When I was about to it would shine. When I was about to err, that's what it would shine as if to chide me. When I see it, it feels as if Yoshiro is somewhere out there, encouraging me and pushing me forward. Why is it, I wonder, that I set aside my mother, father, and betrothed, yet remember Yoshiro, a mere dog? I know it was silly of me to have thought of him like a sibling, like a father.
It's not that strange. There are all kinds of families.
Oh, dogs and Therians are different though.
No need to discriminate. Did I say something weird?
No, that's not it. I was just taken by surprise. I always thought of those of us on two legs being different from other species. I've never considered it any other way. I thought that being referred to or treated as the same as a dog was an insult. I just realized that such a way of thinking is the same as looking down on Yoshiro. When I think of him not as something like a sibling, but as a true brother, it makes me happy. I wonder how different dogs and Canisterians truly are. Regardless, my mind has been opened. Thank you, Brandon. Allow me to say this again. I was unable to protect my mother, father, betrothed, or Yoshiro. I mourn them. I want the strength that could have protected them and...
Your orb is going again.
Since coming to this Tokyo, I have made a great number of acquaintances. As a warrior, there are many I must protect, yet, in doing so, am I not throwing away all else? Not again, throwing away all else? I had vowed to leave the small town in which I was born and broaden my horizons. Now I wonder if I was truly worthy of touting such a lofty vow.
That doggedness is what I love about you.
Wait, huh? You mean as a friend, right? Thank you for taking my story seriously, Brandon. I want to get stronger, but what is true strength? I beg for the strength that would prevent me from losing anything, but that shouldn't have meant having to give up on the ones I cannot reach. Young as I was unable to put it into words, but what I wanted was to be a true warrior. I want someone who tries to save even those who are far away, those who someone else would have given up on. This is the best way I can think of to avenge the deaths of those I love.
Yep, I believe in you, Moritaka. You got a long road ahead of you.
I get the feeling that you and I are aiming for similar things, though we may need to take different paths to get there. I realize I am assuming things, but thinking of it this way reassures me. Tokyo's in shambles right now, but I shall stay by your side. I wish for nothing more than for you to feel the same way about me. If that swordsman were to hear me now, he'd likely laugh at me and tell me those were pretty words for some novice pup.
Swordsman? You mean Shiro? He's always yelling at you, huh?
Yeah, for some reason, I can never defend myself against his criticisms. He is the mirror image of me, and yet I know nothing of him. I wonder what his story is. Somehow, though, I feel like I remember the look in his eye when he's shouting advice at me from somewhere. It's almost like he's been cheering me from the side since I was little. It's no use, I cannot remember. Perhaps we should make our way back to bed. Speaking to you has taken a weight off my chest, or at least made me feel as if I can sleep again.
Tomorrow's gonna be busy, huh? Night, Moritaka.
Let's get a good night's rest in. Sleep well, Brandon. Tomorrow we leave to save our friends.
I'm glad to get that Moritaka background story. Oh, more story! This is in Chiyoda, so... We've got to finish this fast.
Of course.
Ugh.
Everyone here has somewhere to go home to. Ah! Die! What? Moritaka!
Such novices to get choked up with emotion on the battlefield. Let your guard down for even a single moment and you could lose your head.
I am ashamed.
Do not pay the fallen any attention. That is how you will lose your will.
You do not seem shaken at all. I am used to sights like this.
I am used to sights like this. It's common for the weak to be left rotting on the battlefield.
I cannot be like you. I could never grow used to seeing this.
You don't need to get used to it.
Why?
I said I got used to it. I never said I wanted to. There's no need for you to do the same. No, though. There's no need for you to worry about anyone other than those you want to protect.
I understand.
Tadatomo! That goes the same for you as well.
Me?
I am not telling you to forget your anger. I'm telling you to cut yourself off from sentimentality. Kill it completely, otherwise you'll be nothing but another corpse on the battlefield. Laugh it off! Smile through your pain and suffering. Yes, sir. Wait, why am I just agreeing with you? It's like you're my father or something. Ridiculous. I only have one father in all of heaven and earth. Good answer. You're a loyal son, Tadatomo. Yes, sir. Wait, again? Your dad sounds scary. Shino, you played the father quite well just now. You'd make a good one. Me raise a child? I can't even bear my own. Can't even be near my own beloved. Then again. Ah! 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 Hearing that for you, I almost want to believe I could. So this is what it feels like to have my own careless comment turned against me. I never expected the two of us to be so similar, let alone come to such realization on the battlefield. I'm glad to have met you, my friend. Friend? Everything I've ever gained has been on the battlefield. Why should a friend be any different?
Enemies keep appearing from out of the alleys. There's no end to them. And we should find a road without alleys. We'll change the route. Cut across the gardens to the other side.
Kasumi Gasaki. Oh wow. I haven't heard that name in a while. I haven't heard the name of that city in a while.
Well, we took the scenic route, but at least we made it to Chiyoda Ward in one piece. From here on out, we're in the belly of the beast. Everyone take a breather before we head in.
You got it, Chief.
Now that's what I like to hear. Things are just gonna get tougher, so stay sharp.
So, where do we go from here? We're going to Otemachi, but we can't just wander around there until we find something. What do we do once we get to Otemachi? Do we know their specific location?
I used to have a sort of acquaintance in the police force. It taught me all sorts of things. It's a safe bet that whoever's left from Fujimi Academy is hiding out in what used to be their secret base. The hideout we want to bust into is Otemachi's first district. If what they told us is true, then that's where our friends are being held captive.
I apologize for the timing, but this is where our paths must diverge.
Already? This is another place there is another place farther on where we could part. Everything beyond this tunnel is their territory. I could not lead this child into such a dangerous place.
We shall pull back into Kasumi Gasaki and make a wide detour with Ueno as our goal. I am sorry we cannot help see your fight through. I wish you safe travels, summoners. We'll see each other again, right? If fate deems that we meet again, or perhaps. There is one thing I want to ask you, Brandon. Do you ever wish to return to the place from which you came? The place I came from. I don't know. That's a hard answer. Oh man. Okay. Okay. That is a definite hard answer. Like, if I'm answering from his point of view, or if it was just me in his place, I essentially came to a world where everyone is suddenly welcoming. Everyone's suddenly welcoming and whatnot. And gain friends. I gained reliable friends at that. It's like at that matter. At the same time, there's all this chaos lying underneath. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Is that so? I apologize. I was merely curious. Please forget I asked. No, that won't do. I cannot be dishonest. Would you Spare a moment to hear this old dog's ramblings. Thank you, Brandon. Where shall I begin? Well, I was once an angel. I was born in the world of Eden as a high-ranked angel and was banished to yet another world called Gehenna. I committed treason against both my world and something even greater by assisting another in their treachery. Oh, that's who he is! That's who he is. He's one of the, I can't remember the exact number, but he is part of that group. He's ranked with Os, Bale, Belial. Oh, dude, there's so many. I think it's like 108. Oh. Yeah, he is definitely a fallen angel. I couldn't even notice. Bathim's also part of the group. I forgot where Bathim's ranked though. Where was I? I do not know the details of their reason for revolting. Only that they were rebelling against the role they had been given. However, we never stood a chance, and I was forced to fall to the abandoned netherworld of Gehenna. One could say that even my motives were due to the foolishness of youth. To be honest, I regretted my actions deeply for some time after I fell. I had thrown away all choices open to me and found myself nothing more than a mere outlaw, a demon. Now, though, I feel differently. When I left Eden, a paradise made of nothing but beauty, I learned grief, pain, and unbearable sorrow. You may think me unfortunate, but I'm glad for my fate. It has allowed me to experience many things I could not have done otherwise. I wanted to express my thanks. My banishment has expanded my world. You're thanking me. Why? The one who masterminded the rebellion was the renowned angel of fire, Shaitan, a supreme angel with 12 wings, who can sever even the bonds of gravity. I sense traces of Shaitan in you, and so I needed to thank you. Shaitan, the great angel of fire. Somebody mentioned that name. I'm telling you, that's not me. Yes, I know. I understand that the two of you are different. We merely wrap you in our irreplaceable memories of another. Instead, you could say, I wanted to thank the traces of Shaitan I see in you. This child's father is the man who summoned me to Tokyo. He regretted the errors he made in the past and wished to become an honest man. I was moved and answered his call. Now that he has passed, I see traces of that honesty in this child. There are memories we inherit with our blood. There are also memories we inherit regardless of blood. We have all unknowingly inherited the memories of others. One day, our own will be passed on to others still. You can decide the shape of your own world depending on whether you think of it as a blessing or a curse. Ooh, I'm keeping that. We are all born with a role of our own. Whether or not we let it bind us, however, is up to us. That's a keeper too! This is how I've begun to think since the fall. I see. Did you know that in Eden, dragons are known as avatars of evil? In the history of this Tokyo, however, they are apparently regarded as exalted beings. When your world changes, so does what you consider to be common sense. By another name, the exiled are those who get to see unknown worlds before anyone else. That is all I wish to say. I apologize for rambling. No, thank you. It was kind of hard to understand, but I got the basics of it. Thank you. I wish I had some way to show my gratitude. Is there anything I can do for you? As a member of the Outlaws, I would like to assist you however I can. If you happen to meet up with Shiro, I'd like you to help him out. Understood. I swear to fulfill your desire. Living itself creates its own opportunities, Shiro. I never thought I would hear that from you. If that's the case, why not lose the kid and run? My senses are telling me you're playing with fire. That said, you and I both know that lives have their uses. Let's meet again at the end of all things, my friend, when our flesh is rotted away and our souls have fallen where they will. I look forward to it. Oh, Azathoth, your loving madness. You're such a lovely devil. You're such a lovely devil. Against you, everyone was just banging their heads. Ah, you're truly the greatest pop star, Azathoth. Everything will end up as a meaningless game over. Maybe our pop star can grant us a glimpse of that blind idiot god who loves us. I guess that might be a bit too rock and roll, huh? Oh, beloved Maria. You've seen hundreds, thousands of deaths, yet you don't shy away, Maria. Just how can you keep on going? Yes, no, I bore witness to my own fall hundreds, even thousands of times. However, even if you fail 100 times, or even 1,000 times, you must keep trying. After all, you only need to succeed once. I don't already understand what it means for a purposeless life to end. When I was young, I was meant to die as such. I was saved merely by chance. This second life is a miracle. I shall only be granted once. Now, after all this, I cannot stop for baseless fears.
Oh, my pop stars! What are you on about? Do you not know my keeper? My own pop stars love? Azathoth, creator of the old ones. It is thanks to him that I have faith. He is the one who showed me the end that we have all supposedly experienced. We are all trapped in a cycle and by the time we are able to comprehend this, it's already too late to escape. Everything we have done has been for naught. Azathoth taught me this. That is indeed true love. So, Nyarlathotep, you have my support. I know that Maria would have done the same. This is the first time I have seen you make a face like that, Nyarlathotep. I would like to think that I have come to learn another aspect of you. Maria. Hati, I'm glad to see you. I was not aware that you were present. Yeah, well, to borrow your words, looks like I died looks like I died back then too. Why though? Why did Azathoth call off his attack without finishing the job? Without breaking our spirits? He should have had the ability to destroy us, as we were unable to break free of the world he held us in. He likely already sees this next goal. It must be... Well, we must do what we can for now. What do you mean, do what we can? Do you even know where we are? Hope still exists after all. Our guildmaster still stands. Arslan, I'm glad to see you are safe. I am, thanks to my sword. We heads off the Aoyama Guild, swore to imitate the Guildmaster and fight without using our sacred artifacts. I did my very best to avoid using this in battle, but it could not be avoided. Even then, I was barely able to defend myself. Aoyama's Guildmaster? Isn't that you? Or Maria? No, I am nothing more than a proxy entrusted with this powerful force, a guild. Our true Guildmaster resides elsewhere, acting independently. Supposedly, that individual is somewhere far off. Our Guildmaster is prone to only helping those who help themselves. It is not yet time to request aid. For now, we should do whatever we can here, such as providing medical assistance to those who are incapacitated. So that's their plan. Otemachi is... Oh, Brandon. Otemachi is trying to drive him into a corner. Otemachi's true goal, whatever they plan to do after trapping Brandon. Leave me with no choice but to accept what they want. What is going on? There's no exit, no matter how far we walk. What are you talking about? We should be just about out of the... No, wait, a collision of worlds? Here? Don't let your guard down. Something smells off. Oi, if you're out there, show yourself. Where the hell are we? Looks like they rolled out the red carpet. Time to begin, I suppose. This is a long one. Where are we? What's going on? field? Where are we?
Are we really in a different world?
Who's there? Hey there, weaklings! Welcome to Azathoth's private server! I had a special request to bring you here!
Azathoth mentioned you. You're Azathoth?
Is he even listening?
Azathoth was worried about you.
Hey, I remember you! You're those weaklings who got KO'd in this game like 1,000,000 times! This is play number... what again? There have been so many I don't even remember!
Hey, KO'd 1,000,000 times?
I'll treat you to a let's play of your game overs up till now. Come on, laugh with me. This footage is so entertaining you won't be able to help cracking a giant grin. Oh, you reminded me of someone.
Who is it this time?
It's stupid, Dreamer. I mean, it's like, why not drag your head out of the clouds once in a while and grind some XP, hey? I mean, come on. Wait as long as you want. There'll never be any difference between games or in reality. So, time to teach you how intense games can be. Welcome to the Mouth of Madness. What are they doing? I feel like something's going into my head. It's been a while since we last met, Leib.
Your little brother didn't come with you today?
Yes, well, he's always been quite independent, no matter how sad that makes me.
Okay, who came with you then?
Nice to meet you. I'm Shiro Motori. I'm from a guild known as the Summoners, based in West Shinjuku.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm Leib from the Ueno Academy. I'm the head of student research at Ueno Academy's Battle Zone Biology Laboratory. I'm also a member of the Ueno Guild, the Beast Tamers. I heard of the great exploits of the Ueno Academy, such as your research on the memories of transients. You've heard quite a lot, haven't you? Let me guess. Shuichi told you everything. Now, why would you tag along to such a dangerous meeting?
Come on, Leib. Don't be such a stick in the mud. Just look at this upstanding young man we have with us.
Are any kids these days upstanding?
Would you allow me to introduce myself further to also add your concerns? The book I have, my sacred artifact, comes from the world of the Old Ones. It contains the memories of the almighty being from that world, Azathoth. I can provide you with information about the one at the heart of the Otemachi Guild's secret activities in this area, Azathoth. I can tell you what Azathoth is to the Old Ones. I can convey you the memories of his second in command, Azathoth. I can also teach you why he became an exception. I harbor all these memories. None in Tokyo are meant to have this information, yet I want to share it with the wise men and the beast tamers. In return, I request any and all of information about... Do we have a deal? Very well, let's get started. I'll preface things with a general overview. In addition to the previous information about Azathoth, I would like to hear your opinions about a deduction that I have made. That said, the top guilds likely get their hands on this information early on, every single time. Come to think of it,
When I first met Shuichi in Ikebukuro, he made a strange statement that finally makes sense to me. He brushed off the possibility of the world's destruction as incidental, and I was shocked. If the world has been repeatedly destroyed, however, then that statement would be spot on. I should have taken that statement as more than a slip of the tongue. I should have considered more of a real possibility. If my theory is correct, this game cycles through a constant loop. This game has been run many times before, and every time that it ends, time loops back. All of our memories are then wiped. Exceptions are those capable of breaking the loop, who were excluded from the game held in the 23 wards of Tokyo to prevent it from being compromised. This is all knowledge that Azathoth was in possession of. Well, what do you think? My hypothesis is identical so far. In fact, I believe these hypotheses are to be more than theoretical. I believe that you, Shuichi, can say with the most confidence if this is true. I suppose so. I may believe that most anyone here. But it's not as though I have any memories of previous loops. Sacred artifacts store memories. However, the sacred artifacts we possess cannot prevent our memories of past instances from this game being swept away. Of course, our summoning emblems have formed connection to Tokyo, protecting us from smaller time loops, which eradicate what passes within battle zones. Unfortunately, they cannot withstand larger loops, such as those that might encompass the entire world. Only those who cannot be swept away retain their memories after the loop is reset, rooted in the earth, even as they pierce the sky. Their sacred artifacts encompass the principles of pillars. For instance, the spear sacred artifact cut from the world tree of Yggdrasil, or the Amado Iwado, which can eclipse the sun itself. There is also the ancient banyan tree, which stands alone upon a solitary island. Imagine, if you will, the tiny titan who carries the very world upon his shoulders. Shuichi, I'm getting tired of listening to you toot your own brother's horn. To move the conversation on, essentially, time has repeated itself over and over again since this game began. The world has ended numerous times, ending in failure time and again, dying in every loop. After every repetition, only one victor remains. That, or it's game over at the hands of an exception. I can't believe it all ends like this. Oh, I'm supposed to be speaking. We were together for such a short time. I wanted to save you from this horrible cycle. I truly did, but that would undo all that we've been through, wouldn't it? Tell me the truth, Brandon. Master, Amateurs! Didn't I tell you not to let your minds waver? What happened to... Thank you. Those memories just now. Less thinking, more moving! Don't get lost in the thoughts that won't give you answers. You'll have plenty of time to think once we're off the battlefield.
How are you able to move? We were steeped in memories of death.
My life's been nothing but battlefields and death. Not to mention, I already experienced my own death a long time ago. My life took place on the field of battle. Everything I have was gained on the battlefields that reeked with the stench of death. Hell, those memories you shared reminded me of home!
Where are you, Brandon?
We're outnumbered. Our best bet is to take the head of their leader. That may be, but we don't have any idea where that leader is. This world is boundless. I will sniff out the head of the enemy and lop it off at the neck, even if that enemy is the world itself! Stick with me, pups! Try to keep up!
Honestly, shouldn't be even in this fight.
早く会いたいの。
That should end that episode. Yep.